Alright guys, so here we are for something a little bit different to what I normally do. Today we'll be doing the lap down challenge around Monaco, 100% race, driving as Lewis Hamilton in the Mercedes. It's going to be awfully exciting. I really can't wait to get into this, but before we do, if you guys could follow me on Twitter, that'd be absolutely awesome. We're very close to 25,000 followers over on there, but let's get into the video.
Moss, Hill, Lauda, Prost, Senna, Schumacher. Just some of the names of those who've won the prestigious Monaco Grand Prix. But which one of our drivers today will join that list of Monte Carlo greats? We're nearly ready for the start of today's race, but in the meantime, let's take a look at the grid.
Here we go, lads. I'm already buzzing about this race. I'm getting very excited. So what we'll be doing in this race is we'll be starting from last place. We've essentially got to go a lap down as soon as we can, because as soon as we go a lap down, that's when we can charge back through the field and try and finish as high as we can. Let me know down in the comments where you think we might finish. I'm going to say 7th place. But you never know, we could get better, we could get worse than that. But here we go, ready for the start of this race. It looks like the weather might be a little bit threatening, but away, no, there's no away we go. Because I just remembered, we have to wait for everyone to come round. So, what the hell am I thinking? So, okay, waiting for the entire field to come round. We can see they're going through the Lowe's hairpin, and you can see a few people making moves already on this first lap, but just sitting on the grid on the start-finish straight at the moment, you get a sense of how much time you're giving away in this race. We're getting yellow flags and a notification to move, but we're still waiting for everyone to come around. It's just about the moment for us to start getting some momentum. Once they come around the final corner here, that's when we'll start to ease off, because we don't want to lose too much time as we get going here. So looking on the mini-map, here comes Rosberg. It's time to go. This race has now officially started for us as we go into the first corner now. We've lost the position to Kimi Räikkönen now, so that's not what we wanted. Trying to go around the outside now as we go up the hill. Hopefully we can get past him and really attack Rosberg to get back on the lead lap of this Grand Prix. But no, we've actually lost the position there to Räikkönen, as already on lap 1, well lap 2 for the AI. We're down to 19 runners, so that's already a free position for us. That was Valtteri Bottas who retired from this race. So, first lap is coming to an end here for us, and we're behind Kimi Räikkönen at the moment. The sooner we can clear him, the sooner we can obviously move forward and progress with our race here. We get a really nice exit off the final chicane there, going round the outside into Raskas. Räikkönen is really fighting the points here, but we go round the outside through the final corner and back. Well, we're not really gaining position, are we? We just unlapped ourselves from Räikkönen. So after we did that, we managed to get some clear air, set some purple lap times, and about 3 to 4 laps later, we finally caught up to Nico Rosberg now. So this little phase here, this little battle is going to be very interesting to see what happens. Will Rosberg let us through? Is there going to be a bit of team orders going on here? It looks like for the moment that Rosberg wants to fight the point, even if it means he holds himself up in the process. So what we've got to do here, lads, is we've got to make a choice. We can either sit behind Rosberg and let him clear the lap cars and make it easier for us to overtake, or we can get in front of him and really try and pull away if we can. But whoa! Whoa, hang on a second. What the was that? Are you serious? Going through the swimming pool section, our race is over. We hit the wall. I need to have a look at this on the replay. We go through here. The helicopter shot doesn't really tell much of a picture here, but I can swear for the life of me, I did not touch that wall. If you can see there, we lose our front wing before we actually hit it, so I think there might be something wrong with the hit detection on that wall. Like there's like an invisible wall there, like it extends out further than what you can see it, because I, for the life of me, did not touch that wall. I would have maybe grazed it, but I wouldn't have had the kind of impact that I did, that the game is telling me, if that makes sense. So I thought that was a bit bullcrap. We're going to obviously rejoin into the race with a flashback. I wouldn't normally do this, but since it's a one-off challenge, I may as well do it, because why not? It gives you guys a bit more entertainment. But we go up the inside of Nico there. Bit of an illegal overtake there, so we're going to let him go back through and continue the fight once again. So already 8 laps into this Grand Prix, and it's arguably been a little bit more entertaining, a little bit more controversial than your standard career mode already. But as you can see, going over the top of the hill there. No, we're going to go up the inside here into the Lowe's hairpin. We left Rosberg some room on the outside, and he put himself on the wall a little bit. But we got the move done. We are now no longer a lap down. We can now focus on trying to catch the cars in front of us and overtake them for position. So here we go. This is going to be our first on-track overtake. Full position. Mary squeezes us into the wall there as we go into the tunnel, but into the Nouvelle chicane, round the outside, as you do, into P16. So, initially, these overtakes are going to be a little bit easier than normal, but as we get through the field, we're going to come up against cars that are much faster, and obviously it's going to be much harder to overtake, but as you can see, once again, making another move here into P15, past Will Stevens. But the fact that we got in front of our teammate, Nico Rosberg, says that we could potentially overtake anyone, really, in this race, so that gives me a little bit of confidence, especially Monaco. This is probably the hardest track of any track to overtake. That's why I thought I'd make this challenge even harder by making it this track, because we're going to encounter a lot of traffic and we're going to have to filter through all of this over the 2-hour long race, or hour-and-a-half long race that we have here. So already we're on to lap 24 in P14 at the moment. It's getting to the stage where we need to think about pit stops. It's obviously going to be a one-stop, so obviously there's no real strategy involved in this race, but I'm going to try and go as long as I can. Obviously, traffic and track position is obviously going to play a part in this, so we'll just have to play our pit stop card whenever we see fit. But as you can see, going through the Nouvelle chicane, we went in a little bit too deep, overshot it, and we had to give up the position to Jensen once again. So looks like for the moment the game doesn't really penalize you for doing illegal overtakes all too much, but finally this time we get around Jensen into P12 now, and the top 10 are right in front of me here. We're already catching up to points in this race. This is coming much sooner than what I thought it would. This is already turning out to be much better than our attempt that we did on F1 2014, where we were just a lot slower than what we are today. But that's Nazar. He's made a mistake going right behind us. I don't know if he lost his front wing on us or if he put himself in the wall here. As you can see on the replay, he puts himself in the wall. Wow. That was weird. As we can see from the slow-mo, we slow it down, and we've already cleared Nazar at this point, but then he just randomly decides to turn all the way to the right, puts himself in the wall, loses his front wing, and then after that he almost takes us out of the braking zone. That makes absolutely no sense, and as you can see from the helicopter shot, you can clearly see we've already cleared him, so that's not really our fault. I mean, what more could we do there? We've already cleared him, and he just decides to put himself in the wall there, so I thought that was extraordinary for an AI to do that. But anyway, lap 28, we've caught up to the back of Sergio Perez. Mary has just come out of the pits as well, so this is going to be very difficult. I was going to overtake Perez around the outside there, but Mary blocked our path, so had to tuck in. But now we're going around the outside again, and this time we've actually got in front of him. So now, after 28 laps of this race, we are now in the points. We can now focus on, I don't know, I think we might even beat my prediction of getting in 7th place. We could get towards the top 5 maybe, as we go the inside of Alonso, turns to the outside, and then back to the inside now for Raskas. Alonso is being very respectful there. I've got to give it to him. He leaves me enough space to go up the inside. We leave him some space on the exit. This is very, very respectable racing here as we go up to the start-finish line. Even with DRS, Alonso is still hanging it in there, but we finally... Oh, okay, we've gone in a little bit too deep there, but we managed to get the move done into P9. Next up is Nico. So Rosberg, I think what happened here, I think he's made a very early pit stop. He's got caught up in traffic, and now the effective race leader is about to get overtaken by me. Just to put it in perspective, we were a lap down. Nico Rosberg had lapped us after the first lap, and now we're about to overtake him for position around the outside, over the top of the hill, and now we're into PA. That is unbelievable. We could potentially win this race if we can get in front of Hulkenberg and build out a bit of a gap to Rosberg before our first pit stop. We got the inside into the Lowe's hairpin, bit of contact, and Rosberg hits the wall there, but it's didn't really affect him too much. Obviously, he's carrying on, so getting very interesting in this race already. Playing for keeps here is myself and Rosberg here. If we can get in front of these two, then this could really spice up this race here for the second half of the race. That made no sense. But anyway, we're going round the outside of Rosberg into the Raskas corner, and we've actually got the move done. Very similar to the move we pulled on Raikkonen on the first or second lap, but either way, Rosberg's still hanging it in there. He's going to hold it up the inside into turn 1. I do not want to be holding it round the outside into turn 1, but we got the move done anyway. That is just a suicide attempt going round the outside into turn 1. 9 times out of 10, you'll lose your front wing and possibly be out of the race, but Rosberg, got to give it to him. He left us enough space, and we got around him. Just this race already is nuts. It's just unbelievable already. Hulkenberg almost hit the wall there going through the exit of to back. So I think Taiwan really starting to affect the AI. You can see they're kind of all over the place. They're really trying to, especially Hulkenberg, he's really pushing the boundaries here to stay in front of me. But we go round the outside through the penultimate corner. This is just incredible. I don't remember having a better race in Monaco, better racing, better overtakes than this right now. It's just unbelievable. Round the outside into turn 1 again. This is incredible. I can't stress this enough. I was going nuts when I was doing these overtakes. I was just so happy that these were really pulling off for me. And as you can see, from Rosberg's point of view, we just go clean round the outside into turn 1. We're in P6 at the moment as lap 35. Most of the leaders except for Kvyat have made their stop here, so we'll be coming in the next lap or two, so we're going to push on really hard on this current set of options. Kvyat now comes in for his stop, so now, after going 1 lap down, on lap 37, we have taken the lead of the Monaco Grand Prix. Are we going to be there at the end of the race? Well, we're going to have to wait and find out. The first pit stop here, the only pit stop, it's a fairly good one, 2.4 seconds, so we stayed out about 2 to 3 laps longer on our option tyres, just to give us, I don't know, a little bit more freshness at the end of the race on prime tyres, so we can really attack here. So lap 40 now, going up the inside of Grosjean. This is for P6. Can we get the move done? It's going to be close. Grosjean's still there, but we got him for P6. Next up is Massa and then the 2 Red Bulls. After we clear the Red Bulls, then we can go after Vettel, I think. I was going to say Raikkonen, but I believe Raikkonen actually retired from the race fairly early on, so that gave us another position as we have a look up the inside of Massa there. This is getting very tasty here, this race. Lap 41, we're just getting ever so much closer to the front of the field here, into P5 now. That seems to be a really good overtaking spot for us there, going around the outside over the top of the hill into the casino section. Are we going to... Don't tell me we've done it again. Around the outside of Ricciardo, and now we're into P4 briefly before Ricciardo, oh geez, oversteer, but no, okay. So we're in P5 at the moment. This is getting very, very stressful. Let alone driving this race, it was stressful enough, but commentating this race, I think you guys can probably tell, it's every move in this race was just, you just got to stick the nose in there and just go for it, you know. Most of the time, I just thought, we're going to crash here. Surely we're going to crash, but most of the time, we actually got through without destroying our race. So it's just the nature of Monaco, isn't it? You just got to hold your breath every single time you try and go for an overtake here. But coming through the third sector, are we going to go the inside? Yes, we are. And we lock up the inside front. Use up a little bit too much road there, but we get the move done for P4. Now lap 43, going up the inside of Kvyat. And after all this, we're now effectively in the podium positions. Next up is Rosberg. So that must mean that Vettel is leading this race. So that's very interesting. So Rosberg, after stopping so early on in this race, he is, I don't know, essentially thrown away any chance of winning this race. He's got much older prime tyres. He's got no track position. Well, he doesn't have the track position he used to have. And now he's got a massive problem. Lewis Hamilton, his teammate, is now all over the back of him here. We're going to go around the outside. Couldn't quite get the move done on our teammate this time around. But in saying that, we have a really nice run coming into Mirabeau. Up the inside. Rosberg holds it. And he's still there. We throw up the hand in frustration. And surely this time we're going to go... No, we still haven't got past him. This is incredible. Lewis just throws up the hand in anger there. Just saying, Nico, what are you doing? You're so much slower. You're hindering the chances of Mercedes winning this race by continuing to fight. But in saying that, I'm really enjoying this battle here. Getting very close, and we're going to go around the outside now through the final chicane. Finally, we have cleared our teammate, and now we can focus on catching Sebastian Vettel for the lead of the Monaco Grand Prix. I can't believe we're saying this after the start of the race that we had. Going one lap down, that's what? A minute and 20 odd seconds worth of lap time that we've almost made up on this field. It's incredible. Almost an hour we've been racing for now, probably more than that. And we're catching up to a train of lap cars. So Alonso, I think he skidded against the wall there as he tried to let me through there, but we finally got around him. I believe Vettel is about 3 or 4 seconds up the road here. He was getting held up by these lap cars, but as you can see here, we're carving through these cars without losing too much time, so that's benefiting us quite a lot. But as you can see, the AI is still fighting so hard, even though they're a lap down on me. It's just incredible. We throw up the hand again. Lewis clearly not happy at this phase of the race. He's getting quite agitated in the cockpit here, but lap 60, now it's starting to get a little bit serious. We've now caught up to the back of, surprise, surprise, Sebastian Vettel. So from this point onwards, it's going to get a little bit more serious, a little bit more, I don't know, aggressive we'll have to be to get the lead of this race now. You can see giving Vettel a little bit of a hurry up coming through the exit of the Nouvelle chicane. Just getting ever so much closer to Vettel now. There's 16 laps left to go. I mean, you know, we do have a lot of time to get this move done. We have a massive gap to the cars behind us, so I suppose we could be a little bit more patient with this overtake and get it done. But in saying that, there is a massive train of lap cars that we're catching up to. Really nice run coming into the Rascasse corner, but couldn't quite get the move done, could we there? Massive oversteer through the penultimate corner, and still we're in second place. But now lap 67, we can see we're right up the back of this massive train here. We go up the inside of Vettel there. Does it equate to a move? No, it doesn't, because Vettel absolutely parked the bus there through the final chicane. Up the inside now into Mirabeau. Vettel leaves the space, but can we get the move stick? No, we can't. Vettel still hanging on to the lead of this Grand Prix. It's getting very desperate now, especially for Vettel. Here we go, coming through the third sector now, and I think this time we might get the move done. Yes, we have! Into the lead of the Monaco Grand Prix with only 10 laps left to go. Surely, this race should be ours now. All we've got to do is just clear these lap cars, and I think from there, surely nothing else could disturb our race. We go around the outside of Grosjean. Next up is Carlos Sainz. He hits the wall there, going into the Nouvelle, not the Nouvelle chicane, the Lowe's hairpin, but behind us there was a bit of a pile-up. I couldn't quite see who it is involving, maybe Vettel and Grosjean here. Vettel hits the wall too, and then Grosjean completely moves over in the braking zone and puts Vettel in the wall. That's incredible. As you can see, Vettel complaining about that. He has every right to. But as we see on board from Grosjean, he just completely loses his mind here, hits the wall on entry, and then completely squeezes Vettel up against the wall. This is incredible. I've never seen a worse display of driving from the AI in a very, very long time. I think probably the last time I did a Monaco Grand Prix, I think it was a night race I did in F1 2013 where I was the only person to finish. I think this race here is probably right up there with really bad performances from the AI. But anyway, lap 76, contact with Nico Hülkenberg there. He was trying to hold around the outside there. He overtook me off the track and rejoined on top of me, and then by the time he overtook me, he spun out. But then lap 77, another mistake from the AI. Honestly, guys, what is going on, especially in these last few laps here? This is Felipe Massa now. He tried to let us through. He's put himself in the wall at the final corner. As we see on the onboard, I think he even puts himself in the... Yeah, he does, at Rascasse. So he's hit the wall twice in an effort to get out of the way of myself. This is on another level of stupidity. But anyway, lap 78, we're coming to lap Daniel Ricciardo, who was in P4 as we come through. This is the final lap, by the way. I mean, one more corner to go after this. Can you believe this race? Incredible racing. We've come from a lap down to now take the checkered flag in first place. What an incredible Monaco Grand Prix.
from the world champion Lewis Hamilton. On days like today, he's just unbeatable in that Mercedes.
Unbelievable. What a Monaco Grand Prix that has been. Leave a like if you enjoyed that. We lapped everyone except for the top 3, and we started a lap down ourselves. I just can't comprehend. I can't even talk either. That's just what this race has done to me. Unbelievable. 1 lap down, we've come back, we've overtaken everyone, and just about lapped everyone in the same race. This is just unbelievable. You would not see another race like this again on F1 2015, let alone any other F1 game. That's just incredible. I've got to say, we are running on Legend AI, as you can see on the race director. I had to check because I just didn't know. Like, just the amount of mistakes that the AI made. I'm sure there was some kind of pile-up or something near the end, because the top 5, top 6, something like that, they were only just behind me for a little while there, but then they lost a massive amount of time for them to almost lose a lap near the end of the race. As we can see, Valtteri Bottas disqualified for parking in a dangerous location. So too with Kimi Raikkonen and Max Verstappen. So very interesting disqualifications there for the AI. But we've won this race, the lap down challenge. It has been an incredible race. I can't argue the fact that this race has just been something else. But if you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like. Comment below your results of the lap down challenge. Give it a try for yourself and let me know how you do. I'd be very interested to see how you guys fared in this race. But that's going to do this video for today. I'll be trying something a little bit different every so often with F1 2015, whether it be various challenges or doing other things with other people. So let me know down in the comments also what other kind of things you'd like me to do on this game. But also subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you in my next video. That is a different outro for once. See you next time, guys.
3 to go in what has been a truly dramatic World Championship. Oh my goodness me! Vettel's taken the place, and that could cost Hamilton the World Championship.